gust that the butterfly's wings must create to thrust itself an inch or two can send a particle of dew to tumble downwards to the ground and get absorbed by your favorite flower. The sound an ant makes when he screams can tremble of vibrant beetle's wings enough so that when it takes off, it veers off to one side so much that when it lands, your shoulder is the only place it can reach, sharing its colors. A simple greeting down the road that took 1 second, not much more, would leave a string of pleasure, sing a song of leisure to a being that would walk by cheerfully right next to you and smile and gleam, so that a little bit of love would shine your way in case today would be the day you're feeling down. An ocean might be separating us, but don't you worry, oh my love. I have all that I need to be right next to you. Whether the weather were a bug that hears my prayers from up above or down below, would break the mold just by an inch and shift the universe just so. So by the time that it got to you, my presence, irrefutable, immutably bring just a bit of comfort in ungodly hours that carries hope and starry eyes. Look at the moon, oh, just one more time before the Sandman hand arrives and you can rest your head on mine, inside our dreams in which you're mine and I am yours, combined unknowingly before the day that I can set the world back down from off my chest, to breathe you in and drift away, to see you in another day. Forever yours, my name. Then I start to see a kind of nudity that's censored from the eyes of man, internal confidence that doesn't wither or depend on anything or anyone that looks its way. We're the same, but you're not me. You're somebody new. In this world of mockery and mimicry, you stand tall above the sea of faces that once tried to drown me, but no more. Now I'm walking out the door, leaving you, a snugly warm burrito in our bed. I promise that I won't be long. I'll bring you flowers, the ones I grew myself on the driveway, just so I could pick the prettiest one and send it your way. I smell them each and every day, and on that day that the fragrance reaches, sure, it's perfection. A smell that hints at what you do to me when I close my eyes and dive inside the rolling waves of ecstasy. Because all I am is just a fool, addicted to your sweet, forbidden fruit. You spout desires in my soul and buried roots inside my bones, so even when we are apart, I feel a part of home, belonging, distant moans that crawl upon my skin resembling fires that we burn when there's no distances between our fingertips. Ride to the sunset, wake up at dawn, stumble on treasures in the dark, and sing a gentle harmony with you and I and my guitar. Share with the world our love. Engrave the waves with both our names. Let fickle time stare in its way with awe and taste how immortality slides past the day to day and finds it buried in the hands of two mortal bodies. That's why we dance. We twirl and chant and stare so deep into our eyes and recognize a part of self that's sprung to life inside the body of another. Entangled souls finally find each other to lead a lifestyle bound by growth, to try their best at every turn, to share their journey with the world, to leave the past and build to last millennia to come. Together seeds begin to rise out of a buried darkness and flourish back into a flower, the nectar that would feed the world, this rose that only grew because you watered it. Every scar you see upon me once was festered and inflamed. Blame my enemies and curse their names, and hate was flowing through my veins. Pulsing, rushing, and engraved every action with an ink stain. A taste of plain old bitterness would sink disdain deeper. Stop to think. Don't worry, mama, the Grim Reaper never comes for those that kick sand in faces of the kids that lost their hope. Cry and moan while I smoke and drink my pain away. There is nothing more to say but stay away. I'll bleed on you until the day the wounds that gaped received my eye, my care, my tenderness. Dissolve the blame game for a time that never comes again. What's done is done. You can't turn back. You have the power in the now to heal your wounds and seize this reckless carnage that would end your spirit's path. Return to sadness and allowing self to feel and mourn the loss of innocence and roam about the graveyard, seeing all the monsters that have once belonged to this body, to this heart, and decide that it must stop. We're humans after all, and folly follows us along, but we are capable of heights unencumbered by the sky. Flying straight through darkest nights, you and I, we have the strength to illuminate the death and pain and start to create again, once more using what we have. Hold it dear and salt your arms. Love it Cherish it, even if it's not perfect, especially if it's not perfect. Because the one thing that's been missing from its essence, that's been keeping it from endless grace, your soft heart, your firm presence, your compassion and your ear. Listen to your aches, to your fears. Shed a mask, put on a tear. This is powerful, I promise. Try it out if you so dare. Unbecoming feels like dancing with the devil down in hell.